Dust, dry winds, dry riverbeds, dry tree trunks. These are the ideal adverse climatic aspects of Mandera district, which lies at the borderlines of Kenya to Somalia and Ethiopia. In the little-known village of Hullo, 20 kilometers northwest of Mandera town, in the dry northeastern province of Kenya, life goes on much as before. Miriam Jirbil, a mother of 6, resides here. Unlike in the past, Miriam embraces every other new day with much anticipation than before. Living is gradually having a purpose for her. She can now afford to be available around her homestead all year through and has an opportunity to live her lifelong dream, venturing into business.
waalishaan dhaqana ilmahan raashin u karsana intaan ku nafaasa waa qabaysana dantaydaan wadana.
Just like Miriam, the Somali community residents of this village in the drought-stricken Mandera district have something to make them smile. They have water that can last them more than 8 months, courtesy of an intervention by a local non-governmental organization working within the district, Rural Agency for Community Development and Assistance, RACIDA. Past memories, though, are yet to be bygones to this agro-pastoralist community. The community is slowly emerging from a grueling past that has cost them a lot. Drought has become a way of life to them, with every successive drought having worse effects for them. Death of their only household capital assets, livestock, because of lack of water and forage.
When we have drought situation like when we had in 2006, we had almost all our animals dying. 60% of the livestock actually, we lost them to droughts. And when you lose your livestock, which is actually the whole basis of your livelihood, then it means actually people will be displaced, people will be reduced to begging.
Specifically, the northern parts of Kenya are characterized by harsh climatic conditions, unreliable and unpredictable weather patterns, and general remoteness, with the populace commonly exposed to frequent natural disasters, more so droughts and floods. Though faced with other challenges, ranging from high levels of unemployment and illiteracy to severe food insecurity, recurrent disasters like drought have impacted negatively to the community's lives and livelihood systems. The residents here, majority who are of Somali origin, are used to living with drought every other season since the year 1999. It is against this background that RACIDA exists, working with pastoralist communities in northern Kenya, with her overall objective revolving around drought mitigation and strengthening the capacities of locals to effectively manage and face future droughts.
RACIDA started the year 2001 as a community-based organization, and actually it was formed from the community-owned needs as an agency which was trying to link between the community and outside people like the government and even local NGOs by then. And with time, actually, this initiative grew and more people actually joined the initiatives. Some local provisional people actually saw this was worth, actual investment, and RACIDA transformed into a national NGO by the year 2004.
RACIDA focuses mainly on 5 project areas, namely water and sanitation, dryland farming addressing food insecurity, natural resource management, emergency interventions, and capacity building for the community members.
We actually want to avert death of people at all times, and we don't want to be in a situation whereby all our mechanisms have failed and people are dying and livestock are dying. People can live with the drought. That's one thing we believe, only if it is managed properly.
Since her inception in 2001, RACIDA has and continues to provide sustainable interventions that have contributed towards reversing the negative impacts of drought and improve the living conditions of the pastoralist communities of Mandera amidst limited resources. RACIDA's starting point for any of our interventions is always a meeting with the would-be beneficiaries, and thereafter a needs assessment is conducted.
Communities come up with the necessary things that they need in their life, and then we try to out-resource how to help them. And when we come up to the resources, we tell them this is the resource. How do you think we can go and do us together? Then we mobilize them. Then with the community's participation in all activities that they take part in it, we'll make sure that this process starts with both of us together, and we end it, the community themselves have to sustain it and own it for themselves. So it becomes a community-owned process.
After agreeing on a particular intervention, for instance water, the community provides labour at no cost for the project, while RACIDA outsources for funds and subsequently oversees the implementation of the project.